Hey, I just wanted to make a quick little video to show something that I haven't seen anybody talking about at all for some reason. This is the relatively new Blood Moon set introduced in the Varlamore Part 1 update. You get it from the Moon's Apparel, that whole thing. Correction. This is the set. I haven't seen anybody mention this, but it seems pretty obvious to me. This is an extremely powerful crush weapon, which means it will absolutely obliterate Sarachnis. So, if you don't mind me just showing that off a little bit. Bonk. There's really not... how do I put this? This gear set, because of the set effect, actually gives you just tremendous DPS output here at Sarachnis for a remarkably low cost. I have gone and run the numbers, and it turns out that your DPS here, with this middling gear setup, and yes, the light bearer is important for the Dragon Warhammer spec, your DPS here at Sarachnis with this middling gear setup, Dragon Boots, Barrows, Gloves, not even an Amulet of Torture, just a Fury, is on par with an Abyssal Bludgeon in max melee gear. Like, it's almost the same. And yet, this gear set costs about as much as the Abyssal Bludgeon on its own. Now, yes, I know that if you are coming to Sarachnis with max melee setup, like full Torva and all that stuff, you're probably not using an Abyssal Bludgeon, but it's just kind of a proof of concept. This gear set works extremely well at Sarachnis. In particular, I have to be quick here because Sarachnis respawns very quickly. I forgot the special attack. There we go. In particular, because the Blood Moon armor actually has a fairly good magic defense bonus attached to it, which means that you can really effectively tank the magic minions, the spawns, which is like kind of huge, considering that the armor also has melee strength, literally on par with Bandos, which is, you know, good. I feel like this is just an underexplored realm of, I don't know, the potential of the Blood Moon armor set. Seriously, look at this. Whenever the set effect actually procs, holy moly, Sarachnis goes down real fast. Like, look at that. Anyway, I think it's cool. I just wanted to show this off because, for real, even the wiki doesn't say anything about this, and, like, this is the Dual Makuhitos is one of the strongest crush weapons in the whole game. Like, come on, guys. Come on. Just add it to the wiki, please. Add it to the strategy page. I guess a few things of note here. This method really only works if you're using some kind of defense-lowering special attack, which in my case is a Dragon Warhammer, which I'm actually borrowing from my brother, because I am too lazy to buy one. And by too lazy, I mean I bought a Twisted Bow recently and can't afford it. Don't mind that. It really relies on a defense-lowering special attack because the accuracy of the Dual Makuhitos is... I'm not going to pretend to fully understand the accuracy mechanics, but it works far more effectively against targets with low defense, and Sarachnis actually has some defense, so if you can smash it down with the Dragon Warhammer spec, which, by the way, this is why I mentioned the Lightbearer earlier, you're going to need this here, because there's going to come a point where you're killing it too fast to get the Dragon Warhammer specs every single kill, which is a little inconvenient. Just a little. So I figured sacrificing like 2 max hits, I think it was, something like that. Sacrificing 2 max hits to replace Berserker Ring imbued with the Lightbearer is worth it. If I had an Altar Ring, I might think otherwise, but And as you can see from the way that I kill Sarachnis, I don't even bother min-maxing. Like, I'm not using Thralls, I'm not using the Transformation Ring method to skip the web phase. I don't feel like any of that's really necessary. And this is still just really, it's just good. So, like, if you're planning on killing Sarachnis, and you're a mid-level account, right? And you take a look at the strategy page, and you see that one of the third best option is the Abyssal Bludgeon, which is like, what is the bludgeon even sitting at right now? I'll just take a look. How much is the Abyssal Bludgeon? The Abyssal Bludgeon is at about 11.5 mil, 11.4, somewhere in there. The full Blood Moon set, I want to say, is about that much, if not less than that. And your damage is on par with an Abyssal Bludgeon. Plus, you have the set effect, which the DPS calculators that I've used, aka the Wiki's DPS calculator, doesn't take that into consideration, which gives you just even more DPS. The only other really interesting thing of note here is that you could bring a Blood Fury if you really wanted to, but like everybody knows at this point, if you bring a Blood Fury to Sarachnis, be prepared to lose money. I did run the numbers, and if you use a Blood Fury with this setup that I have here, specifically this setup, the Blood Fury charges on average will be covered by the drops that Sarachnis gives you, almost perfectly break even. Like, it's really close. So in theory, you would actually turn a profit overall because of the hard and elite clues. Most people don't come to Sarachnis for the money, but it's just worth knowing. I was using a Blood Fury before, but I decided at some point that I just kind of didn't want to waste the money. But, you know, if you bring a Blood Fury, you can have some incredibly long trips here. It's pretty fantastic. Good luck there, Z Malabranch. I know it's probably Branch, but anyway. That's all I wanted to show off. The Blood Moon set here at Sarachnis is very, very, very good. Nobody's talking about it. Somebody add it to the wiki. I don't know how to do that. I really don't. But I promise it's worth it. It's so good. Anyway, that's all. That was a little bit more rambly than I would have liked, but it's fine. Have a nice day, everybody.